One is in Smyrna, right there at the train depot, also from 8 until noon Saturday mornings. Oh, yes, let's get a dose of local history, too. Come on over to the one-room Ransom Schoolhouse this Saturday morning from 9 until noon. Members of the Rutherford County Historical Society will be there to talk local history. Plenty of coffee and free donuts. 717 North Academy Street. Yes, it is free. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSradio.com.
Back here on Rutherford Issues, powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Their charitable foundation at MTE is called Sharing Change, and it's funded by members who round up their electric bills to the nearest dollar each month. So if your electric bill is, $164.30, you round up to $165. That 70 cents goes to Sharing Change, and that donation helps to support hundreds of local nonprofits. More at sharingchange.org. Time to chat with our friends from the Boys and Girls Clubs of Rutherford County, and Michelle Clifford joins us each time and always brings a special guest too, and so looking forward to today. Miss Michelle, good morning.
Good morning, Brian. How are you?
Doing good. Glad we could spend some time talking about the great things going on at the Boys and Girls Clubs, and I'm sure we're kind of in our routine now with school going, although I guess Labor Day on Monday makes it a little different.
That's right. Yeah, Labor Day does make it a little bit different, but you're right. We have settled into our routine with the school year and can actually continue to keep adding fun programs and fun things that we're doing at the clubs. I have brought with me today Brittany, who is very active in our clubs and knows all things Boys and Girls Clubs of Rutherford County, and she's excited to tell you about some new programs we have going on.
All right. Brittany Montgomery here with us today. Brittany, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing really, really good. Glad you could be with us here today. So kind of tell us a little bit about what you do with the Boys and Girls Club.
I am now in the role of Director of Operations. So I have the wonderful, wonderful privilege of being able to work with all of our staff from all three of our sites with training, onboarding, working on programs, making sure that we are providing the best quality experience for not just our club members, our youth, but also our families, because we want to make sure that we are reaching the whole child, which includes their families.
Yeah, well, that's a big job. All three campuses in, I guess, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and Shelbyville, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So, well, Michelle kind of teed it up for us here to talk about something exciting, and this is really pretty cool. Talking about the virtual reality career exploration program. Tell me about that.
Yes. So this is a program. It's called Transfer VR. We piloted it in our Smyrna site last school year. And basically what it is doing is bringing workforce development training to our club members through a virtual reality system. So you have about 7 different disciplines, from healthcare, electrical engineering, aviation maintenance, diesel technology, automotive, hospitality, and manufacturing and construction. And so within those disciplines, there are several simulations where our youth can go in and they can learn everything there is to learn about that specific discipline. It's super duper exciting, because what we're hoping to do is make sure that when our teens and our members leave us, they leave with some tangible skills that they can take out into the workforce. So once our youth kind of go through these simulations, our goal is to reach out to those in the community. So then once they've learned what they've learned virtually, we can see if we can get them connected with some job shadowing so they can get some physical hands-on experience.
Oh, wow. How about that? So are you targeting the middle school and high school students here with this?
Yes. So our big target is middle and high school. So as a lot of people know, in high schools, you have pathways.
Right.
Not all our high schools in Rutherford County have the opportunity to have an expansive list of pathways. But what we're hoping is maybe some of those that may go to schools that don't have an expansive pathway list, we can give them the pathway opportunities. And then by focusing in with our middle schools as well, we're hoping that we can kind of broaden and open the door for them. So that way, when they do get into high school, they have a better idea of what pathway they're wanting to choose.
Oh, how wonderful. That's going to be a biggie. So just to give you a personal experience, my daughter is at MTSU. She's a sophomore. She's working toward an animal science degree. But, I remember her and my son coming home, sixth grade, and they were already trying to steer toward a pathway. And it's like, man, that, I didn't realize that to my junior year in high school. So, it comes so much earlier now. So this is great experience. And maybe even for those that aren't in middle school, just to see what some cool jobs out there could be, I guess.
Oh, yeah. And the great thing about this program, it's easy enough that even we can start it with some of our fourth graders. So after we, run the program with our high school and our middle schoolers, we're even allowing some of our fourth and fifth graders that are gearing up for middle school to at least kind of go in there and see what it's about. That way, when we do transition them into our middle school and high school program, they have a better idea of the programming that's taken place. And I think this really just takes our Boys and Girls Club programming to the next level with making sure that we're providing them with skills that they can use outside of here.
This is really great stuff. Brittany Montgomery here with us from the Boys and Girls Clubs of Rutherford County. Michelle Clifford alongside as well. And the Career Exploration Program is, you said, a pilot last year in Smyrna, so you're rolling it out, I guess, now, right?
Yes. So our Smyrna site is continuing with the program this year, and we are so excited we've been able to add our Murfreesboro and Shelbyville sites this fall. So all of our middle schools and high school students will be able to experience these disciplines and get this workforce development experience.
What was the reaction last year in Smyrna? Because obviously, if that was a pilot project to see, there was enough interest and results from that to expand that. So kind of tell me what the experience was like for the Smyrna Club last year.
Yeah, our members thought it was really cool. As we know, this generation, they're all into technology. And so the Oculus was nothing new for them. For me, when I tried it out, I got dizzy and I was like, I need to take it off for a second. But for our club members, it was right up their alley. They thought it was really cool because they did have questions about certain careers. They liked the opportunity to be able to try out a lot of different careers. So there's several simulations within each discipline where you can learn different things within that career. So they enjoyed being able to learn different aspects of a discipline. And then at the end of each simulation, it actually asks you, is this a career that you're interested in, or is this career that you're not really interested in? If there's something that they're interested in, then what it does is it kind of prompts them to go a little further. If not, then it'll ask them some questions to kind of steer them in the direction that they might have interest.
So, yeah. So if it is determined that their interest may not be in field A, it asks questions to say, well, here are some choices you might want to consider based on your interest, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Great thing is we can go in there and we can see how many of our youth are completing the simulations, how many of them are actually enjoying what they're doing. So that way we can assist with kind of steering them in the direction that they have interest in as well.
Yeah, boy, this is going to be a big help. And I tell you, it's been a few years ago. My kids are 24 and soon to be 21. But, parents, you've got to be ready that, by middle school, they're making decisions on what they might want to do for the rest of their life in a career. So, I mean, it's a big time and big decision. So this obviously something great that will help in that. So, and so you got a little dizzy with the Oculus, huh?
Yeah. For me, it was a little much, maybe because I couldn't have my glasses on at the same time. But our club members, I mean, they loved it and they picked it up really easily. And again, technology is second nature to them. So where it may have taken me a few minutes to kind of figure it out, they picked it up really easily and ran with it. And so now we're able to offer this up to all of our kids in our organization.
Awesome. Very good. I guess for those listening and thinking, what is the Boys and Girls Club? What are they all about? This is just one of the many things that you get as your kids are members of the club. So very, very cool there. And I know we want to talk about some volunteer needs as well. Who's going to speak on that?
I can kind of keep going with that.
Okay.
Because with our transfer and with us wanting to do some job shadowing, we're also wanting to bring in professionals to talk with our youth about their careers. And so we have really tried to amp up our volunteer process and our volunteer initiative. We have a new volunteer resource coordinator. Her name is Miss Elaine Covington, and she is out in the community. She's been at Motlow, she's been at MTSU, going into the different schools, trying to recruit volunteers for our club. We have volunteer opportunities with speaking. So if there's any professionals in our community that want to come in and speak to our youth about what you do and what it took to get there, that's a volunteer opportunity. We have homework assistance. We have mentoring, one-on-one mentoring or small group mentoring. And the volunteer process is really simple. It consists of like an interview with our volunteer coordinator, Miss Elaine Covington, and then she'll have you fill out a volunteer application. There is a background check associated with all volunteers that have consistent interaction with our club youth. And then we don't just throw you out there. We will give you an orientation and training. That way, when you come in to interact with our youth, you're prepared and you have a solid foundation to do so.
So if someone is interested in helping out with this, what would they need to do, Brittany?
You can contact our Murfreesboro site. That's where Miss Elaine is housed. So 615-890-2582. Or you can send her an email at elaine.covington@bgcrc.net. Those are the two ways that you can reach out to her, and then she'll get the ball rolling from there.
Yeah, I'm sure all of that information is on their website, which is bgcrc.net, Boys and Girls Clubs of Rutherford County. That's what that stands for. So bgcrc.net. And Michelle, I bet there's some information on there about Steak and Burger, too.
There is. You're right, Brian. There's information about our upcoming Steak and Burger that's coming up on October 24th. We have Rob Gronkowski coming. I'm so excited about that. Steak and Burger is our largest fundraiser and helps, the funds from that. That's how we can provide these awesome programs that Ms. Brittany just talked about. And we're grateful to the community who comes out and helps. But we're super excited to have Rob Gronkowski come into that event. And if anyone is interested at all, there's tons of information, again, on bgcrc.net, and it'll tell you details about the event, sponsorship opportunities, everything you could ever want to know about the event.
So there may be some folks listening out there who have never been to this event, and I always like to ask, because we promote a lot of events like this, and I think some people may be a bit apprehensive to go somewhere that they've never been, so don't let that get in the way. Maybe kind of give us an idea of, people always want to know, what do I wear, what kind of event is it, that kind of thing. So maybe share some of that.
Sure. So Steak and Burger is a very laid back event. People come after work, so you'll see people in jeans and a t-shirt up to a suit. It's just whatever you have on that day. And we have a dinner at the event, and it's, again, very laid back and informal. We'll have barbecue at the event, and our kids they'll provide entertainment for the event. They'll MC the event. We will have an auction at the event, and I think we have an amazing auction. We have great items in our auction, from trips to artwork to experiences. We do have a surprise auction item that Gronk is giving for the event. We're not really ready to release the details on that yet, but we'll let you know, Brian, as soon as we are ready. But there is going to be an experience with Gronk that we're going to auction off at the event. that you can't buy anywhere else unless you're
Wow.
at the auction. But I will tell you, our event from start to finish is high energy, exciting, entertaining. Our live auction portion is high energy. We play a game with the crowd. It is high energy. Our kids entertain y'all. It is high energy. And then our speaker, who's Gronk, comes out, and we all know he's high energy. So it's just a really fun, laid back evening. Again, very informal. Some people bring their kids if they want to see who the speaker is. And there are opportunities for meet and greets with the speaker as well. And all that is listed on our website, but nothing to be nervous about, nothing to be scared about. We hold it at MTSU in their student union building, in their ballroom. It's beautiful and can hold all of us. And it's, again, just a fun, laid back time with family, eat some barbecue, be entertained by our kids, awesome auction items, and then hear from Gronkowski and maybe even get to meet him.
Yeah, that's awesome. And don't be scared away by knowing that it's on MTSU's campus and parking. And if you're a student or faculty, you know how parking can be. Parking for this is really easy. It's really after the meat of the day for school stuff. So very easy access there on October 24th, and information about Steak and Burger at bgcrc.net. And boy, it's been fun to have you both here. Brittany, give us an update here soon on the program and how it's going, okay?
We definitely will. Thank you so much, Brian, for having us.
Absolutely. Michelle, thank you. You're awesome. And we'll talk next month. It'll be even closer to Steak and Burger then.
It will be. That's right, Brian. I may be a little bit crazy, but we'll see how it goes.
That's okay. We're used to that from you, I guess. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. That's right. That's true. There's nothing new. That's just normal me.
Our friends from the Boys and Girls Clubs of Rutherford County joining today on Rutherford Issues.
Greetings, friends. This is Lenny Farmer with the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home in Murfreesboro. If you ever had to deal with the final arrangements of a loved one, funerals are both emotional